Okay, we're going to go over how to trigger a player. Now, to trigger a player, you want to face a player and then press L1. That is how you can make a player make a run, and that player will run offside up until the moment they come onside. You see, like so. So when you face a player, the player, and you can trigger, for example, normally up to 2 players. If you spam trigger, it can sometimes fail. And I'm just going to show you just a quick tip now. Just going to remove all these players for a second. Off. So you can actually trigger anyone on the pitch. So if I want to trigger the player to the top right, I can just point to that player and choose that player. So for example, like here, I'm triggering the player at the bottom. If I go, if I can run downwards and trigger the person at the top right. The way that you do it is while you're running in your stride, then you trigger the player. That way you don't stop your stride and you can keep running in the same. And you see that I can trigger anyone. You see that? And you can learn this on my Patreon series at patreon.com/NealGuides. But this is how all the top tier players do it. And they can trigger before the ball arrives to your feet as well. So for example, let's say the ball's coming here and I want to trigger that player. You can see that player was already making a run in first. For example, you could be running this way. And then you could, for example, trigger the player at the bottom. So you could, for example, time a cross or whatever you want to do. And that's simply how you trigger a player. You press the L1 button. There's more advanced features like creative runs and everything like that. But on the basic level, it's just simple. L1, you tap it, that player's going to make a run. Simple. And they're going to keep running up until the point they're offside. And then they're going to come back to their position. So that's the CDM. That's going to run back into a CDM position. And that is how you trigger a run in FC.